like any professor, I would be A, demoralizing, and B, disappointing, I suppose, if, students were all the time out in the classroom using Facebook or doing things that were not class related. That said, it's a digital age. I want students to be able to take notes in ways that are comfortable for them.
I mean, if that's how students take notes, like if they can write quicker and like more seamlessly, I guess, by typing, like who am I to say that is not a tool you can use?
I mean, I guess the first day of class, I ask people to be sure that they're paying attention because that's what we're here for.
I'm extremely tolerant of any form of student behavior in the classroom. I think it is my job, it's my responsibility as a teacher to engage the people sitting in the room. If I fail to do it, it is my failure.
A laptop is part of who we are now. It really kind of disturbs me more if people are messing with their phones.
It's distracting, which again is like a skill you need to learn, is like you have to be able to be real with yourself and say like, oh yeah, I wasn't paying attention for an hour and 15 minutes. I was on Facebook.
Everybody, not just students, everybody, when it comes to their own multitasking, has an inflated sense of how good they are.
Some do get distracted. I find very few. It's usually only 1 or 2 per class, and I know who they are. Like, I can tell when you're reading Facebook and when you're talking to me, or when you're reading whatever.
If on the other hand, you as a student refuse to be engaged and wish to waste your time and your money or the money of your family paid for this particular class by tooling around on Facebook, it is your prerogative to do so.
Sometimes I'll call them out. I'll call on them to be like, hey, I know you're not listening, like, join the discussion. But also, like, they're adults. Like, it's hard for me to make someone sit there and listen to me if they would rather be on Facebook.
No, I'm not the police. I'm the professor.
But I'll tell you this, and hopefully not on too much of a boastful note, I don't seem to have much of a problem with that happening. I think once you gear your classroom into a real conversational environment, once you sort of stray away from the sort of old lecture model in which I just talk at people, which I'm not fond of doing, people become animated, people become engaged, and they find that there are much better ways to spend an hour and 15 minutes or two hours and 15 minutes than updating their Facebook.
Like, I don't think it's a professor's job to be entertaining, but I do think it's a professor's job to be engaging.
I mean, maybe the biggest part of college is finding out about yourself. Find out whether you can do 3 things at once, or whether you're really somebody who can only do one.